Hi students, uh, welcome to today's lecture. In the today's lecture part, I will tell you the various stages of clinical trials as well as why there would be an delay in marketing of either drugs or vaccines or any other medication. Let us see exactly what happens when you try to market some product. So first coming to the picture, so the drugs. The classical definition of drugs comes is that a chemical substance which is intended to cure an ailment or mitigation or any treatment is called a drug. Okay, whereas the vaccine, the drugs and vaccines differ in one thing. These drugs used to treat the disease, whereas the vaccine used to prevent the disease. This is the fundamental information you need to know, because once you get vaccinated, you prevent yourself from exposure to that disease, whereas once you expose to that disease, you need a treatment. This is the fundamental information of your drugs and vaccine. So now you have designed by computationally by CAD approaches, and you designed a pharmacophore. You synthesized it. After synthesizing, you have done preclinical studies. That is, preclinical studies are generally performed in animal models. So the best nowadays the best model to study is zebrafish. So this zebrafish model is a near model to human beings, which gives complete the biological data. That is, your preclinical studies can be performed in a single organism, that is called as a zebrafish. This is a fundamental information you need to know. Whereas there are several other animal models are there: rabbit, rats, cats, dogs, llamas. There are several other animal models are also available in the literature for the screening of preclinical studies. So what happens exactly in clinical studies? So in the preclinical studies, you neither deal with your dosage forms, nor you deal with your what dose strength or what is the quantum of concentration of the drug, and that is not any limitation. So you can give any much amount of drug to the animal, provided you should have some ethical guidelines to do such research. So whereas coming to clinical studies, this is the clinical studies are divided into 4 types, and now a latest addition is also there. Let us see what are those types. One is type 0. Type 0. The next one is type 1. Next is your type 2. Next is on your type 3. The last one is your type 4. So this is the various stages of your assessment of your drugs. Now, before 2006, the FDA guidelines of IND. What do you mean by IND? The IND stands for Investigational New Drug Approval. That means if you want an approval, investigational new drug applications, you should take a small population, that is not more than 10 to 20 healthy individuals, and you should administer a subtherapeutic dose. So let us see one by one. So first stage is type 0 clinical trials. This type 0 clinical trials, you take subtherapeutic dosage. So first you need to know what is therapeutic dosage. A therapeutic dosage is the dose which you expect that it will have some biological activity. Subtherapeutic dose indicates that the dose strength is lesser than the therapeutic dose. So that is the fundamental information. So what benefit you are going to get in type 0? So in type 0 studies, you will not be able to do any safety or efficacy protocols. This is not possible in your type 0 clinical studies. However, the pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics of the drug substance can be easily studied by type 0 clinical trials. What do you mean by pharmacokinetics and pharmacodynamics? What drug does to the body and what body does to the drug? This is the fundamental information you get from type 0 clinical studies. Now let us see, you also remember that type 0 clinical studies introduced after 2006. So this is a very important part. Now next comes type 1. See, this type 1 clinical studies, these are done in a population of healthy population. So this is also very important part. So you always do in an healthy population. And the population is very small, that is 10 to 30. And here you will give therapeutic dose. So that's why these type 1 studies are sometimes called as first in human trials. That is first in human trials. Yeah, you should have one doubt. So type 0 also we are studying in human trials, then that is also in what is the type first in human trials. Yes, that is all, type 0 is also first in human trials, but type 1 is also first in human trials. But in terms of therapeutic dose, the evaluation is first in human trials, that is type 1 clinical trials. So here what happens, we will see the pharmacological activity, that is safety of the medication. So at a smaller population, that is a healthy population. So that type of information you will get from type 1 clinical studies. Let us see a type 2 clinical study. So in type 2, here we will take a population of 30 to 300. So you also remember that here comes the patients, that is earlier in both in type 0 and type 1 we are speaking about the subjects which are healthy subjects, whereas in type 2 we take the subjects of 30 to 300, that is patients. They are not healthy ones, they are patients. Now you assess the now you evaluate the therapeutic dose in this population, where you increase the dosage from. It is also divided into 2A and 2B clinical trials. In 2A and 2B, in 2A especially, that is dose dependent efficacy. That means you gradually increase the dose and you see the pharmacological effect. That type of studies you see in type 2 clinical studies, where you see the safety profiling followed by the efficacy. However, the efficacy is only in terms of the dosage form. So as you increase the dose, the efficacy of the drug in then the population of 30 to 300 patients you study in type 2 clinical trials. This is the fundamental information. Let us see the type 3 clinical trials. Whatever the information you got regarding the dosage of type 2, you go for type 3 clinical trials. Here you take a population of 300 to 3000 and you take the therapeutic dose, that is what you evaluated in type 2 with efficacy, and these are also again patients, and you evaluate the safety and efficacy both here. Such type of clinical trials, safety and efficacy, such type of clinical trials are called as type 3. Now there is one more clinical trial. Such clinical trials are called as type 4. So in type 4 clinical trials, what happens we will see. See, these type of clinical trials, type 4 clinical trials, generally these are called as post-marketing surveillance. Post-marketing surveillance. What do you mean by post-marketing surveillance? This post-marketing surveillance tells you that the variation of effect of drug in various populations. That is, if you take an example of, let me tell you one classical example which we came across in Hyderabad, where a population of certain ethnic groups, I'm also naming the ethnic group. So here the ethnic groups are Arya Vaishyas. Okay, these ethnic groups, when given succinyl choline as an anesthetic, the recovery of anesthetic period is prolonged in this ethnic group, very prolonged, because the lack of pseudocholinesterases. That means whenever there is increase in the concentration of your succinyl choline, the cholinesterases destroy or cleave the succinyl choline, thereby reducing the the metabolic effect or the physiological effect of succinyl choline. Whereas a certain population do not have pseudocholinesterase enzyme expression, which led to the the overexpression of pharmacological activity of succinyl choline, that led to the prolonged anesthetic effect, which is fatal to the population. These type of effects can only be predicted after the phase 4, that is post-marketing surveillance, where the adverse drug reactions cannot be ascertained very easily. In the next lecture, I will update you the types of adverse drug reactions and their effect on drug approval. Hope you like my lectures. If you like, subscribe and share. Thank you.